welcome back to GMSL. Now, if you are a sports fan, in particular if you're a rugby fan, there's a match happening day after tomorrow. That's Saturday the 22nd. If you've been following the Dialogue Rugby League that we've been showing here on MTV Sports, you'll know what we're talking about. It's the last match of the league, which is Navy versus Havelocks. And of course, with us in the studio today, we have one of the teams to talk to them about what they've been up to during the tournament. So we have with us in the studio, to start off with, we've got our head coach, Paula Kaho.
Good morning.
Good morning. And then we've got Sudarshan Muttantri, who is a vice captain of the team.
Good morning.
We've got Dhiran Varnakur-Surya, captain of the team, and assistant coach Rajiv Pereira.
Good morning.
Morning, and thanks for being on the show.
Welcome.
Alright, okay, so we'll start off with you guys and how you've managed over the league. So some good times, some bad times, some wins, some losses. Let's start off with the losses maybe, and then we'll work our way up to the wins. How do you guys feel like you fared thus far?
Well, we were planning this tournament since 2013. Unfortunately, we lost 2 games so far. That was to the first game, Navy in their home grounds, as well as the Candy game at their home grounds. So we'll be having the second game with Navy this weekend. So hopefully we are going to give a good game.
Alright, what about the matches you won? Now those are matches we're talking about for sure. Paula, what is your take on the matches that you guys have won thus far?
Well, the games we've won, we've worked a lot on keeping to our basic game plan. We've won a lot of tight games, and I don't think we've actually won a game that's the margin's been far from other teams. But the boys have put in a lot of effort into winning those games. Even if it's just a 1 point between teams. It's unfortunate we lost those 2 games, but like Rajiv said, we've got a game on Saturday against Navy, and we're happy to pay them back the prize that they took from us on the first round.
Sounds scary. Wouldn't want to be on the field. Dhiran, as captain of the team, what do you think of, what were the highlights of the matches that you played so far? Like, if there was one moment in time of the matches you played so far, is there anything in particular you want to talk about?
Of course, it's been a great pleasure leading the side, I must say that first of all. And we have a great bunch of players. The squad is very balanced. We have some very experienced players as well as some good youngsters coming up. So it's been a great learning experience as well for me and the team. So I think the highlight, if you ask me, is we have played, as a team throughout the tournament. It's been a long season, but we have especially when in the losses, we have stuck as a team, and we've improved from there onwards. So yeah.
Sudarshan, now you're a young vice captain, if you don't mind me saying that. How challenging has it been for you to deal with the team? Paul himself is a player of the team. He's also the head coach. How do you deal with all of these? How do you balance it out?
It's actually not so hard when you have when you have the luxury of having so many national players on your side. You can get great advice from them, and captain is always there. I'm just there to support him on the field, and implement his plan out on the field as well. So it has not been a challenge as such, but it's a great experience as a youngster for me to take it on from here and use it as your future experience.
Now let's Rajiv, I'm gonna ask you this question: how serious a competition is Navy for you guys?
Well, definitely they will come with all their winning spirit, and also I think they have been unbeaten so far. We managed to beat them twice last year, so we have come to a new year and new week, so we are trying to give our heart out, and definitely I know my boys will give their best to beat them.
And Paula, what do you think about it? You're also playing against them, and at the same time you're prepping and coaching your team to take them on the field, but you're also going to be playing. How has that been for you? Are you afraid?
No, definitely not.
I wouldn't say I'm afraid.
No.
It's I don't think it's too much of a challenge trying to prepare the boys. The first game we lost by 2 points. Yeah, we lost by 2 points. You know, we went away from the game plan. We had little mistakes. I believe that the boys are ready. The preparation that I'm giving them is more to just to enjoy the game, more to be prepared to go up against the Navy. You know, they might have won the league, but we haven't lost a home game. So my motivation to them is, you know, we can still, you know, win against Navy, and also we can still win all our home games without having to lose one to any of the other teams.
Didn't he mention that you were ready? Are you ready as a team, as a captain? What do you think? Are you ready?
Yes, of course. I think we've learned from our mistakes, and we have prepared well, and I think we are ready to we look forward for Saturday.
Now, one of the strengths that your team has is obviously having not just national players, but you've got a lot of international players on board as well. So Rajiv, again, that question, will start off asking you that question. How has it been for Havelocks to have such experienced international players within the team?
Well, it's always pleasure to have, you know, people like Paul Akaho. He himself is a national player. He played for Tonga, and we got Willie Hakalo, he himself was a national Tongan, and also Daniel Faleafa, who have been played for us. He's also a national player. So we have like more than 6-7 players who have been shuffling around, and also unfortunately 2 of our players have to leave this weekend. So we have brought down other 2 players. They also, you know, they themselves is national players. James Brown, who have played for Fiji national side, and also Miami. I can't remember his name actually. He's a number 1 halfback in Fiji. So it's always a pleasure to be with them, and also I think we have about more than 13 guys who have already played for national. So it's a good thing because it's always easy to do things with an understandable side.
Paula, I'm not sure if there are any challenges in training and in being with the Havelock team. I'm not sure if you want to say it because they might, like, you know, get you on your way out. But honestly, though, are there challenges when of training with a team that you're obviously not very familiar with? You're here for the first time. You're training with a bunch of new guys. How's that experience coming in, being an international player?
I think it's a challenge for anyone that goes into a new team to get the trust of a team. You know, especially for me, I'm also the coach, but I play with these guys, so I have to work twice as hard. You know, I've got to balance being a player and also a coach. So, you know, when I'm a player, I try and earn the trust of the team because I'm going to be playing with them on the field. But as a coach, I've got to earn their trust so that when I put out the game plan that I want, you know, that these boys, you know, can actually deliver. So yes, it is a challenge. You know, but being here, it's also an experience. You know, this is the first time I'm taking on that role as a coach, and to do it in a foreign country, it's awesome. You know, and anyone that wants to go into coaching, that's what they want to do. They want to go overseas. They want to coach foreign teams, and you know, and get the experience and stuff like that.
Captain, vice captain, how has it been to work with international players and to kind of have that exposure of working with them? And obviously it's not the same kind of game plans that you'd usually have put together if it was just up to, you know, your team, and you've got so much enriching that game. How has the experience been for you guys? Sudarshan, we'll start with the captain and then we'll move on to you.
Okay, I think it has been a great experience with all these international players. I think as players we learn a lot from them, and yeah, it's a great experience, and it's always a plus point when you have good international players in a team where the squad can learn so much. And I think we've done that this year with the international players that we have.
Sudarshan, again, not to sound condescending, but being a young player in the team, how does that work for you with working with international?
Yeah, it's actually, I think that rugby, you can learn something new every day. So it's when overseas players come, we can, you know, learn new stuff from them, take their advice and improve on our game as well, and learn more about the sport. And like Dhiran said, it's, you know, playing with these guys who have played overseas in their national teams, it's a great exposure for us. we go up against the best. So it's a good opportunity, I guess.
All right. What we want to talk about next is your win against Upcountry Lions, which is a match that we showed on MTV Sports on the 15th. And of course, Upcountry Lions beat you in the finals of the Club Sevens, if I'm not mistaken. And so was this payback? Look at your smile.
Definitely, but I think even last year we beat them twice. And this year, of course, I think the both time that we met them, we supposed to beat them. So I actually, as a coach, I'm not much satisfied about the performance that we had against Upcountry. We had a, not a very good first half, but second half, of course, our boys came up and they did their best. So it was really good thing, because when you're going for a big game, going as with a lot of confidence, a game like Navy. So that's the only plus point that we could take it from the Upcountry game. But I know, as a fact, my boys can play much better than that.
Dhiran, can you play much better than that?
Yes, I think we've, especially in the first half, we didn't play for our potential. We didn't stick to our game plan. So that's why we made it hard on ourselves rather than them playing well. So I think in the second half, we got our act together, and it was an improved performance in the second half. So we'll take the positive from that for this week.
Paul, anything you want to add to that? You weren't there when during the defeat that these guys obviously had to face last year, but this might be, like I said, some form of payback this year. And Rajiv's face was full of smiles as he said that you guys won this year. What was your take on that match against Upcountry Lions?
Like what Rajiv said, we didn't stick to our game plan. We didn't perform in the first half. Second half came. It took just a little bit of direction for the boys. Just getting them to understand the game plan and go back out there and stick together and play as a team. Stick to the game plan, and it's basic rugby. I think the boys did that, and like I said, you could win by a point or 5, but we came out on top. So I credit to the boys. First half wasn't what we wanted, but the second half the boys came out on top.
Now Navy has already won the league, but let's talk a bit about that when we come back right after a quick break here on Good Morning Sri Lanka.